皆さんこんにちは。ゆっくりレ夢ムです。
マリサだぜ。
キングズバウンティーに、9回目よ。
いきなり戦闘が始まってるんだが、これはどういうことだ？
前回風の港のクエストが終わった後、世界中を回ってクエストやなんやらを探し回ったけど、一切見つからなかったから、この超強力な敵と対峙するに至ったってわけ。
いつも私がする解説をどうも。だがいけるのか？超強力な敵だぞ。
いけるも何も、他にできることがないのよ。エンカウントもないからレベル上げとかもできないし、今ある資源でなんとかするしかないの。
改めて思うがこのゲームは難易度が高いな。さあ、と言ってる間に戦闘が始まったみたいだな。部隊を分散させているみたいだがこれは？
相手の指揮官の魔法に範囲ダメージのものがあるのよ。部隊をまとめておくとそれで大きな被害になっちゃうから。そして今回は遠距離部隊が多めだから早めに片付けたいところね。
それで魔法攻撃か。
そして光の精霊に防御力アップオフよ。
ダメージソースを守る動きか？今の挑発はどんな意味があるんだ？
あいつが真ん中に寄ってくれれば、光の精霊で遠距離攻撃部隊を攻められるでしょ？
なるほどな。追加ターンで遠距離部隊を5つ倒したな。だが、
何よ。
支配領域を考えたらその左に陣取った方が良かったんじゃないか？
集中攻撃を受けちゃうかと思って。
そして挑発した部隊に攻撃されてしまうと。
うっかりしてたー。仕方ない、計画通り光の精霊を進軍させるわね。
このまま氷と炎の精霊を仕留めに行きたいところだな。
オーケー、これで2部隊仕留めたわ。
残り3部隊、どうだ？
抵抗ボーナスって？
抵抗は魔法ダメージの防御力みたいなもんだな。
魔法ダメージが減っちゃうってことか。確かにダメージの予測値が小さいわね。とりあえず風の精霊を削っていくわ。そして騎士で攻撃。追加ターン、これは大きい。騎士が頑張ってくれてる間になんとか後ろの2部隊を仕留めるのよ。
遠距離攻撃でなんとかいけるか？レ夢ムさん？
いや、そのつもりだったんだけど、手が滑ったというか。まあ、でも風の精霊は全滅できてよかったわよ。
その代わり騎士はもう虫の息だな。
よし、あとは光の精霊と剣士部隊に任せて、騎士は後ろに下げるわよ。 も支配領域を抜けて騎士にダメージを。
騎士絶対逃がさないマンだな。ここは回復でしのぐか。
なんとか生き延びてほしい。オーケー、あとは炎の精霊だけ。
これは。
相手の範囲魔法。じゃあ、騎士部隊が
全滅か。残念だ。
しかも剣士部隊も結構やられてるじゃない。
どうするんだレイム？リセットしないのか？
正直ここまでうまくいったのも初めてなくらいなのよね。
もう何回かやり直してるしな。
もう今回はこのまま突っ切るわ。苦い、勝利ね。
騎士の犠牲は大きいぜ。
Didn't I? The air spirit has been trapped. Will you accompany me to see Sequester?
The cage is yours now. I'm sure you can manage from now on.
Bring the cage to Sequester's lab. He'll put it on a mana booster so it won't run out of power and...
Come on, they're not stupid. They'll figure it out. As for us, we're going to celebrate at the Goose and Logos.
とにかくこれでようやくアーデン城の先に進むことができるわね。
これで新しいクエストなんかが見つかるといいんだがな。しかし、レイム、騎士はこのままにするのか？
騎士を補充できる店がないのよ。だからここは他のユニットでカバーするしかないわ。数は足りてないけど宮廷魔導士や騎兵なんかで、
なかなか普通に進めるのも厳しくなってきたな。大丈夫か？これ。
No, I don't. How delightful. Now that you've caught the spirit, life at Castle Ardennes can start anew.
For me, it was a minor errand.
Dearest Sequester, do tell. What awaits the captured spirit?
Apparently, this spirit used to work at the Mage Factory. We don't know its true name, and therefore, I suppose we'll trap it in underground storage. There will be an investigation, followed by a trial before the magical court of law. Do you really find these details interesting? It's a long story, one that will last a few years at minimum.
Delightful. Well, now I must go. I'll be sure to tell Councillor Montier how promptly the mages rushed to assist me. Naturally, I'll put in a word about your invaluable assistance as well.
報酬も用意しておいてほしいわね。
まあ、騎士を失ったからな。
Spirit of the name of Ador, answer me.
I am here. Command, and I will obey.
I command you to relate to me all events of the night the Mage Factory fell. What happened? Answer.
No. I do not want to go back. But I will. I will speak. Eliu's child, hear me. I saw them come from all over the earth. Lost ones seeking unity in the void. They called to it. Their songs reached out for the void, and the void answered. One of them was chosen and touched. And so it came to our world. The spell was lifted. My shackles fell to the ground and I ran away. The light. I was looking for salvation.
Do you know the people who performed the ritual? Did you by chance notice anything else?
No. I do not want. I will not fear void.
やばい儀式をして、やばいものを呼び出した奴らがいるってことよね。
そうだな。組織的なものなのかは不明だが、そいつらが追いかけるべき敵なんだろうな。
I saw them, one, another, and another. Many there were. I witnessed the battle after I escaped. The mage factor woke the golems. He fought off the blight and saved many, and led them under the mountains.
Are you telling me someone survived?
I see not through stone. The mage factor took them under the mountains. That is where they hid. The hole they went through was guarded by golems. They fought well, and the battle stopped. The wind carried their whispers to me. They prayed for salvation. They wept, and then void. Horrifying. I do not want. I will not. Mercy. Do not make me see them, child of Eliu.
Your help has been invaluable, Ador. Now rest.
長い話だったけど、一応有益な情報だったわよね。
そうだな。これで魔術工房で何が起きたかは分かったわけだ。一度報告に戻るみたいだな。
じゃあ、パッと行きましょうか。はい、到着したわ。
編集の力は偉大だな。
ここに来るのも久しぶりねー。
最初の雪山クリア以来だからな。
What do we know about the preparations for the expedition to Monpatry, Count? You promised to come to a decision any day.
Your Highness, the Archmage is standing his ground. I tried.
Ah, finally. So what happened at the Mage Factory? Did you determine the cause?
Allow me, Your Highness. Do you distrust the Royal Council? Your father never.
My dear Count, sometimes one opinion is not enough. Well, what did you find out?
The disaster was caused by the adepts of some unnamed cult. Someone from the Crown Lands performed a horrifying ritual. Those people wreaked havoc upon themselves in the Mage Factory by summoning unknown forces, not of this realm.
Do you have a witness or some proof to support this account?
Those who fled the Mage Factory are ready to tell you everything, despite their treatment at your hand. Also a spirit named Ador. Were you aware that spirits cannot lie? One more thing, Your Highness. Ador saw the survivors hide in the mines. You must organize a rescue party immediately.
We must delay no longer. I entrust you with rescuing the survivors. Go to Monpatry, extricate my subjects, and bring them to me.
Your Highness, the Mage Factory is quarantined by order of the Archmage Cathor, as I told you.
Since when does the Prince of Nostria bend the knee to an Archmage?
Am I not free to return home to Lorien? You gave your word.
Our agreement stands. But so far, all you have provided me are words. Words that cast suspicion upon the Royal Council as well as the Royal Order of Mages. Centuries-old pillars supporting the throne. Prove your suspicions with something substantial. Find the survivors and bring them to the Citadel. Do this, and if all is as you say, I will grant you the pardon you were promised. How do you like my decision, Count? I think that's how we're going to expose the truth.
Unthinkable.
結局いいようにこき使われているような気がするな。
こうなってくると占い師のジジイは王子とグルなんじゃないかって、そう思えてきたわ。
Tell me how to get to the Mage Factory.
There's no getting into the Mage Factory, and that, I'm afraid, is the end of it. I've been sending off letters to the Archmage for days. How many replies do you suppose I've received? The Royal Council is powerless here, and there are no legal ways into the Mage Factory. Although, perhaps you could interrogate your precious witnesses. I don't expect they know anything useful, but why not?
魔術工房から逃げてきた人たちに話を聞いてみるみたいね。
結構色々なところにいるぞ。
じゃあ、それぞれ話を聞いてみましょ。まずはザク色のグフさん。
水色だったらよかったのにな。
Oh, you're back to ask more questions. But you haven't brought any aid.
I do have a question. Why is Norman so confident he can get inside the mage factory? How is that possible?
Ah, yes. It's really simple. There's a secret passage neither the mages nor the guards knew about. It leads from the foundry straight to the outside. They call me Bludgeon's underling. But all the master craftsmen had dealings with him and his smugglers. Norman was no exception.
That's interesting. Would you be willing to point the way for me?
There's a man named Barry. I can't say anything about it without his okay. I gotta be careful, you see. You can find him in Bludgeon's den. He can tell you everything. Well, if he chooses to, obviously.
じゃあ、バリーに会いに行きましょ。
So? I told you, there's no more merchandise. The shop's closed.
I'm after a trifle of a different sort. A secret passage into the mage factory.
What secret passage? I don't know anything about it. I'm a simple merchant purchasing goods in Floster. Folks, does anyone have any idea what this is about? These people from Marcella are asking odd questions.
Your dark past doesn't matter, Barry. Here's an opportunity to turn your life around and be of use to the crown. There are survivors inside the mage factory. You've got to help me.
Do I look like a fool to you? I don't know you from this. Support me. If someone were to vouch for you, then we could talk. But as it stands, I know nothing about any passage.
これは、
多分過去のクエストでブラジョンの味方をしていたらこれでクリアだったんだろうな。
今回はここでは情報はもらえないみたいね。じゃあ、次よ、次。懐かしのタイタスね。
タイタスの武器は今でも使ってるぜ。
Surely you can see I have work to do.
Do you know a way to get into the mage factory? A hidden way, I mean.
Are you kidding? I'm head of the guards. I closed down every known passage, though there is the tunnel used by the foundry craftsmen for their side business. If you could find one of them, Norman, for example. Did he survive, by the way?
Yes, Norman survived.
Then can we wrap this up? I've still got lots of work to do here. George will skin me alive if I don't finish on time.
さっきから話題に出てくるノーマンって誰だったかしら？
ほら、難民キャンプにいた奥さんを探しに隔離を抜けようとしていた男だよ。
ああ、懐かしいわね。ノーマン今何してるのかしら。次は精霊ね。
話が長そうだ。
ここは倍速で処理よ。何もないそうです。
本当に意味もなかったな。
最後はパラティヌスおじいちゃんね。
何かヒントはあるか？
Did you find the retort? Do you have it?
I haven't found it, because I can't get into the mage factory. Do you know if there's another way in?
If only I could remember. That blasted poison. All I know is that the craftsmen of the foundry were running a business on the side. They occupied some sort of a basement there, or tunnel. I recall someone named Norman. A good fellow, albeit a swindler and a thief. But who among us is better? Forgive me. It hurts to remember. Find the retort as soon as you can, please.
結局みんなノーマンの話しかしてくれないわね。
クエストログも難民の話は終わってしまってケイソーンとやらに話を聞かなきゃならなくなってるな。
じゃあ、そこに行ってみましょう。ケイソーンって確か魔法防壁の中でゴニョゴニョしてる人だった気がするわ。
ゴニョゴニョってなんだ？瞑想か何かだろ。
At last, my divination proved correct. You showed up after all.
Does this mean you're ready to take me to Lord Kaythorn? Is he free?
As you can see, he's so busy he won't even speak to me, the eldest of the mentors. But I do not take offense. The Archmage's will is law.
Oh. Then what do you need me for?
I took the opportunity to interrogate Ador. Forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing his name as you uttered it. What this spirit has spoken of, the Archmage needs to hear what he knows at once, and take action. He could, for example, lift this pointless quarantine. So many spell components wasted. So much mana, so much effort. All for nothing. We've been fighting imaginary enemies. Can you believe it?
Yes, of course. Did you know there are survivors inside the Mage Factory? I must rescue them. Help me get past the quarantine.
I've helped you already. I spoke with an old friend, Master Remedius. He is waiting for you at the outpost by the Mage Factory bridge. He can help you. Just don't tell the Archmage. Let it be a secret between you and me, all right?
なんだかわからんが隔離所を通してくれるみたいだな。
本当にすんなり通してくれるかしら。あら、アーデン上にまたバトルフィールドが広がってるわ。
また強い敵じゃないだろうな。
よしよしよし少し貧弱。
油断するなよ。こっちには騎士がいなくて結構半端な状態なんだ。
左と真ん中奥に遠距離部隊がいるわね。まずは炎の隕石。
もはや定番の一手だな。相変わらず撃つ場所は下手くそだが。
そして今回は騎兵も突撃させるわよ。そう、この追加ターンを期待していたのよ。
なるほど、追加ターンが発生すれば部隊を1ターンで沈められるわけか。
そして戻ってくることもできるわよ。
なんて汚い。
近くの騎兵は味方の近距離兵に任せて、遠距離は相手の遠距離を狙っていくわよ。これでほとんど壊滅状態ね。
やはり貧弱な敵ではさすがに相手にならないか。
追加ターンのおかげで騎兵も難なく除去。
あとは剣士の部隊だけだな。
近接しかない以上近づくまでに削ってしまえば怖くないわ。追加ターンガンガン行くわよ。動いてきたけど悪あがきみたいなものね。
反撃で全滅してしまったな。しっかり宮廷魔導士でとどめを刺して経験値を貯めたな。
最近使い始めたユニットだからね。ちゃんと経験値を振っておかないと。
ほとんど無傷でよかったな。
Halt! Who goes there?
Prince Adrian sent me. You must let me into the mage factory.
Ah, you're from the prince. We've been waiting on you for a good while now.
What do you mean, waiting for me?
Candor will tell you. He's in charge while Remedius is away. Open the gate, you loafers.
絶対何か頼まれる話じゃないですか。やだー。
Are you Senior Mage Candor?
Yes, that's me. And you're the prince's agent. The one who caught Ador and made him talk. And who now, just as we anticipated, desires entry to the BountyⅡ Mage Factory.
Have you searched for survivors? Did you find anyone at all?
No one. We're prohibited from conducting any investigations, even if we use golems. The Archmage has directed us to enforce the quarantine, nothing else. All that's left for us to do is burn mana on cleansing spells and barrier charms. A senseless waste of time and effort.
Can you really tell me no more, sir?
Of course not. Master Remedius wishes to see you, away from prying eyes. I'm going to create a portal for you now.
A portal? It's not dangerous, is it?
Who do you think we are? The Adepts of Darkness? Go.
Here is the hero who made the Order of Mages look like fools. The prince sent you to the Mage Factory to look for survivors, correct?
The Order of Mages made fools of themselves. That had nothing to do with me. Why haven't you lifted the quarantine?
The Order has its reasons for maintaining the quarantine, even if the king himself should order it lifted. But let's say we're willing to make an exception for you. There yet remains one question to be addressed.
What question?
Can the Order of Mages trust you? We don't know who else you might be working for, nor what goals you pursue for yourself. The Mage Factory is the repository of our secrets. Unfortunately, some of them have already fallen into the wrong hands. Recover them for us and trust will cease to be an issue.
I will show that you can trust me. But I need at least a rough idea of where these secrets went missing.
Candor will tell you the details. Go. The portal will take you back to the outpost.
やっぱりお使いだったわね。
まあ、知ってた。
うさばらしに周りを漁ってみてるけど、
何にもなさそうだな。
しけてやがる。
You're a Mage Factory worker?
Senior Master Craftsman.
Remedius convinced me you need my help, but he never specified what kind of help.
Did you see the plundered wagon train on the bridge? I think you can guess it wasn't carrying tools or food. Something valuable went missing from that wagon train, and we want it recovered.
My search will be much easier if you tell me what I'm supposed to find.
There are certain facts we are loath to divulge before the time is ripe. Find whoever robbed that wagon train, and...
It was sentry golems in the wagons, that's what. And Windyport is the place to look for them. Talk to the locals. They likely know about it. The Artisanians are constantly pilfering from the mages, either at the Mage Factory or the tower. They sometimes even kidnap an actual mage, if you can imagine that.
リディエがいなかったらほぼ積んでいたんじゃない？
探すべきものも探すべき場所も教えないとか正気とは思えん。
Legate Horus will stand up for me.
Sentry golems. I see. I'm going now, but please, yell at each other all you like.
じゃあ次は風の港に戻ることになるのね。
また厄介事が起こりそうだぜ。
というわけで、今回はキリがいいのでここまで。それじゃあ、また見てね。